Hi guys, my name is Lengai. And today I'll be showing you some quadratic, how to solve them. And so today we'll be dealing with quadratic expressions and equations. And there are many ways of solving quadratic problems, but the most common ways that we use is factorization, completing the square, and by using the general formula. So now we'll be starting with factorization. Now before we start with factorization, let's remind ourselves how to factorize. How to factorize expressions like 4x squared minus y squared. It will be 2x squared minus y squared. So it will be 2x plus y, 2x minus y. Factorize. So let's factorize this quadratic problem. We have x squared minus 2x minus 24 equals 0. Okay, let's solve for x. Now we have to think of two numbers that if we sum them up, we get negative 2, and if we multiply, we get negative 24. And the factors will be 6 and 4. 6 will be negative. So now we split the middle term and we get x squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 24 equals 0. It will be x squared minus 6x bracket plus 4x minus 24 bracket. X is common, so we take x out and it will be x minus 6 plus, we take 4 out, it will be x minus 6 equals 0. So if we take x minus 6 and x plus 4, now we can now evaluate the value of x. X minus 6 equals 0. X equals to 6. X plus 4 equals 0. X equals to negative 4. So our x, we have x equals to 6 or negative 4. And we can prove 6 squared will be 36. 6 times 2, it will be minus 12 minus 24 equals 0. It will be 36 minus 36, which equals, so our answer is correct. So now I'll be showing you how to complete the square. Completing the square. The equation is 3x squared plus 5x plus 2 equals 0. First we'll divide 3 both sides of the equation. So it will be x squared plus 5 over 3x plus 2 over 3 equals 0. 2 over 3, we take that side, it will be x squared plus 5 over 3x equals to minus 2 over 3. It will be x squared plus 5 over 3x plus a half times 5 over 3 squared equals to minus 2 over 3 plus a half times 5 over 3 squared. So it will be x squared plus 5 over 3x plus 5 over 6 squared equals minus 2 over 3 plus 25 over 36. So we take x plus 5 over 6 squared equals to minus 2 over 3 plus 25 over 36. We root both sides. So it becomes x plus 5 over 6 equals to plus or minus. If you solve this problem, the common factor will be 36. 36 divided by 3, it will be 12. 12 times 2 times negative 2, we get minus 24. 36 divided by 36 is 1. So it will be minus 1 over 36. So it will be minus 1 over 36. So it will be x plus 5 over 6 equals to plus or minus negative 1 over 6. We take 5 over 6, that side it will be x equals to minus 5 over 6 plus or minus negative 1 over 6. The common factor here is 6, so it will be negative 5 plus negative 1 squared or negative 5 minus the square root of 1. The square root of negative 1 will be 1, so it will be negative 5 plus negative 5 plus 1 over 6 or negative 5 minus 1 over 6. So it will be 4 over 6 or negative 6 over 6, which equals 1. So x will be negative 2 over 3 or 1. So question was 3x squared plus 2x plus 5x plus 2 equals 0. If we take negative 1, we'll find it will be 3 minus 5 plus 2. So the answer will be 0. So x will be negative 1. Okay, now I'm turning to the last of the common ways of solving quadratic equations, and it is by general formula. The general formula comes from the quadratic equation, which is ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. So first of all, we'll have to derive this equation into a formula. We divide both sides by a. It will be x squared plus b over a x plus c over a equals 0. So it will be x squared plus b over a x equals to negative c over a. It will be x squared plus b over a x plus a half times b over a squared equals to negative c over a plus a half times b over a squared. It will be x squared plus b over a x plus b over 2a squared equals to minus c over a plus b squared over 4a squared. We'll come to get x squared We'll take this and this. It will be x plus b over 2a squared equals to common factor is 4a squared. 4a squared divided by 8 is 4a. 4a times negative c, we get minus 4ac plus b squared. So we root both sides, so we get x plus b over 2a equals to plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. We take b over 2a, that side it will be x equals to minus b over 2a plus or minus b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Common factor is 2a, so it will be minus b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac. And this, it is the general formula of solving the quadratic equations. So if we have the problem like this one, x squared plus 5x plus 6 equals 0, we will solve this by general formula. First of all, we have to know what a is, which a is 1, b is 5, and c is 6, and we will substitute these values to this formula, and we'll get x equals to minus 5 plus or minus 5 squared minus 4ac over 2a, and we'll get x equals to negative 5 plus or minus 25 minus 24 over 2. We'll get x equals to minus 5 plus or minus the square root of 1 over 2. We'll get x equals to negative 5 plus 1 over 2, or negative 5 minus 1 over 2. X equals minus 4 over 2 or minus 6 over 2. If we simplify, we get x equals negative 2 or negative 3. So this is it. And if we prove, let's take negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 2, we get 4 plus negative 20. Negative 2 times 5, we get it minus 10 plus 6 equals 0. 0 equals 0. So answer is correct. So today I've just shown you how to solve the quadratic problems.